It's Entertainment Schmig.
And it's brought to you by Plaza Motors. Melissa McCarthy tops at the box office this weekend. Spy came in number 1, so congrats to her. Tops at the Tonys, St. Louis Connection. So the musical Fun Home was tied for the most nominations headed into the Tony Awards, 12 apiece. It was tied with An American in Paris. Fun Home ended up winning 5 awards, including Best Musical. Another play, The Curious Case of the Dog in the Nighttime, won Best Play. It also won 5 Tonys, but tied for the most Tonys, and a bunch of St. Louis connections. So not only did it win Best Musical, Best Actor, Best Book, Best Score, Best Director. They made history. The songwriters, they became the first female writing team to win a Tony for Best Musical Score. Here's the thing. The award was handed out during a commercial break, so no one got to see it. They made history.
Yeah.
Come on. But the lead producers, Fox Theatricals, based here in St. Louis, and you have a bunch of people. Mike Isaacson, who's the artistic director and executive producer at the Muni. You have Kristen Caskey. She's Fox Theatricals president. She heads the theater on Grand. Jack Lane, executive producer of Stages St. Louis. And Terry Schnook, veteran producer on and off Broadway. So congrats to all the St. Louisans.
Nice job.
St. Louis. Okay, now on to the big screen and some history made over the past few days. It was 30 years ago Friday. The game between the Cubs and the Atlanta Braves. Ferris Bueller and his friends skipped out of school to go see. And turning 30 yesterday.
It's hard to believe Ferris Bueller 30 years.
I know.
Bueller?
30 yesterday, my husband's favorite movie. Well, aside from Clue, the movie.
Would not admit that publicly.
It's a fine film. Different endings.
Right.
The Goonies.
Whatever happened to that? Remember the redhead Carrie, whatever her name was?
Oh, yeah.
That was in everything in the 80s.
Lucas, too, as well.
Yeah, Carrie Green.
She just disappeared. Fell off the face of the earth, but she was in so many teen movies.
She launched a production company, Independent Women Artists, directed one of the movies in 1999, and as of the mid-2000s, she still writes screenplays and other projects, and she starred in some movie that no one knows about that came out in 2012 called Complacent.
Josh Brolin, probably Josh Brolin and what's his face?
Sean Astin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest stars from the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
And Mama from Throw Mama from the Train.
I will say that,
I loved her.
I will say this because one of my friends made this mistake. We all watched this movie when we were young. Okay, parenting has changed, and people judging your parenting skills has changed. Not appropriate for your children. Not appropriate for your young children. Lots of cursing.
But it is because you watched it and you're fine citizens.
I guess
I agree.
so. But I mean, I watched E.T. My parents took me to see E.T. in the theater when I was 5 years old. And I was playing some of the clips on YouTube and there's cursing. And I was like, oh, let's shut this down. My parents took me to see it when I was 5.
See, you're the mother of the next generation of people who are going to be disturbed.
Yeah, they're going to be like
Because-
seeking the movie Hots with Danny Bonaducci because they didn't.
I was thinking the exact same thing. That went right through my mind.
Anybody seek that film out, really?
Well, it was always on. I'm like, this is dirty. I shouldn't be watching this. All right, I'll watch.
So we talked about Ferris Bueller and the Cubs game. Let's talk about the Cards-Dodgers game on Saturday night as Minnie Driver sang the national anthem. Take a listen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly behaved at the twilight's last gleam?
So far, so good.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we had were so gallantly streaming.
Okay, so two mistakes there.
We could have edited that a little bit.
I know.
One you're not going to hear because I didn't hear it, but she called herself out on it. But the other one, she said, or the ramparts we hailed. instead of watched.
Right.
And then earlier, she said, instead of saying what so proudly we hailed, she said what so prided we hailed.
I missed that one.
I didn't hear
but
that.
I think later on, there was a third one. I was listening in The Office. I can't remember.
Can. Something can.
Yeah, can.
I don't
She called herself out on Twitter.
I think she sounded fine, though.
Yeah.
She is
She's British.
Right.
Right. So
I
Go
don't
ahead,
even know why
guys,
she's
sing the British national anthem. Okay.
exactly.
No, I think you need to learn if you're going to do it. Another reason we should make our national anthem America the Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rid of that Francis Scott Key thing. I'm telling you. I'm sorry if you're a lover of the national anthem as it stands, but I think it sucks.
An interesting interview with Bob Costas, speaking of baseball. That might be his next career. He said he will do one more Olympic Games because you can't let the pink eye Olympics be your last
Yeah, right.
Olympics.
Nah.
He's going to do the Summer Games in Rio de Janeiro, but he said no matter what his career future holds, it will include baseball. Maybe an announcer for a team.
Afton. I'm kidding. I saw him over the weekend for the Belmont Stakes. Is one eye bigger than the other?
I don't know.
Honest to God, I'm looking at his. I love Bob. He's a great guy, but looks like one eye may be bigger than the other. Take a look.
That's Entertainment Schmig. More at 8:40 and online at y98.com.
By the way, we're perfect.